Hello everybody, I hope you're well. It's a beautiful day here at the basement build. I've just found a little shade, little corner, just to show you something that we've been sent. And we're going to put it through its paces. Now, over the past few months, we've been sent a few emails from various companies. Do you want to feature this in your video? Do you want to feature that in your video? One of them's been a coffee grinder, that sort of thing. All fairly irrelevant stuff for the type of content that we like to put out. However, every now and again, we've been sent an email that sort of piqued our interest a little bit, and this is one of them. This is a sewer camera. It's a 30-metre range from a company called Sanyipace. Now we're going to put it through its paces, aptly. Going to show you all what it can do, everything, and we're going to give it a bit of a test, and we're going to see whether or not it's worth the price tag. Right then, well, let's start off with a very quick overview of the machine itself, and I've had to come inside for it simply because there's no way I can be outside and show you the screen, because it's going to glare straight back and it wouldn't be a fair reflection, if you pardon the pun. As I say, this is more or less as it comes, straight out the box. I've only really turned it on before. I haven't used it. We're going to do that for the first time in this video. So at the bottom then, you've got the storage compartment with the stuff that comes with it. You've got some wheels here to turn it into a bit of a trolley if you want to. We won't be using those. You've got the charger. It's fully rechargeable, this is, and that's it for that. There's no detachable batteries or anything like that. And then you've got some kind of bracket there. I'll go into what that is a little bit later on, if I can find out, if it's relevant really. But this is the most relevant thing, and this is the camera, and that's it. And all it does is screw in to the end, like so. And there we have it, as you can see how bendy that is. And then up here is the business end. This is the screen. Turn it on. Light comes on, as you can see there. I'll just move it away from the camera. It's just going to go through its little thing, and there we have it. I don't know whether you can see that. I'll put some close up on screen now. But that is... Hello! That is the quality of the camera. Right then, just to zoom in on the actual screen itself and to show you a couple of the functions. As you can see, simple, isn't it? Charger, you're on, off, that clears everything. Here's your LED, so you can turn it, where are we? Turn it on, turn it bright, it's all fairly standard stuff. Keep going and it'll turn itself off. Record, playback, the menus, all that sort of stuff. All fairly straightforward. There's nothing really I can explain here to you really. If you're in the market for one of these and you want this particular one, I suggest you get it and play with it. It's going to do whatever it is you want it to do. And then here we have a slot for a memory card, which is included a 16GB one. So that's all in as it comes. As I say, this is as good as out the box as it can be. I've had a quick look at it, but this is the first time I've really used it. And there's my face, and there's me. Hello again. So what we're going to do now then, we're going to go outside where we are going to test it down the soakaway. I'm not going to put it down the drain. I don't want to get it all mucky just for the sake of it, because that's obviously a downside to these things. So we're going to put it down the soakaway drain, which hasn't been used yet, so it should be perfectly clean. And then we'll go from there and we'll see whether the line to it holds up, because to me, it looks a bit flimsy. We shall see. It's got a bend at the end, this pipe has, so we'll see if it will go around it. Let's find out. Rightio then, this is the setup. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm just simply going to put the camera down that 110mm pipe there, which, as you can see, is still uncovered because it needs to be inspected by the building inspector, which is hopefully going to be next week. And straight into the soakaway. Now at the end of this soakaway, as you can see, in fact, I'll get you a better view. There's two 90-degree bends. You can see that. So we'll see now then whether or not that camera goes round those bends and straight into the soakaway. And we'll have a look and we'll see if it's any good, and where my reservations lie, shall we say, is this cable. Looks a bit flimsy, doesn't look like I can control it very often, much really. We shall see. When I've had CCTV inspections before, they've come round, that's a lot thicker. You can go around corners. I mean, you can get directional heads and whatnot. This obviously isn't. So there's that to weigh up, whether or not you're in the market for one of these sort of things. But listen, let's give it a go, and we'll find out. And then we'll be able to test something else that comes with the kit, which I haven't mentioned yet, which I really do have reservations with because it looks hilarious. Will it work? I don't know. Let's see. Rightio then, excuse the noise because it's still a building site. Here's Richard. He's helping us to film this little bit here because you're going to see mainly the screen, which is that, and then Richard's going to film me doing it. So here we go. I have cut a little hole in this, this little temporary protective covering that we put over this soak away drainage, and here we go. I'll tell you what I'll do first. Shall I turn on the LED? Let's get it as bright as it can be. Okay, and away we go then. And we'll see how clear this is. Now, can the LED get any brighter? No, that's okay, so that's off. I think there's 4 settings. Here we go. And it's, you can see, look, it's already got a digital readout of how many metres we are away. So we're just over 2 metres now. I didn't know it did that. Now, as I say, I've got no control over. It's just gone over a join. That went over nicely. Well, it should do really. It's coming off the spoil really well. This is one-handed operation. This is. Now then, because that, will it go round? So we're 6.5 metres away. Will it go around the corner? That's gone around the 190 elbow. Oh, hello. I don't think it will. No, it's not going to negotiate those two 90 bends. Now I don't know whether there's. I mean, I suppose the super duper Fandango cameras can do that, but as you see, some water has got down it. Look, that's probably from when we were testing it. So it's got there. So it has allowed us to inspect. Oh, now then, hold on. Snagged. Oh, that's it, that's got it. So there we go, so that's the quality of it, that's the quality of the images. Now it's obviously got something on the lens there, look. So that quality has gone down a bit, which is inevitable, I suppose. Now for those of you who have already watched this series, this basement build series, we were debating whether or not to put a silt trap in this and in this line down here, and I think, judging on this, we are definitely going to, because there's still a bit got down there. Look, it's not even plugged in. Oh, it is from the front, isn't it? It is already plugged in from the front of the house, which is coming round, so it is live, so to speak, and it has, as you can see, took some rubbish down with it. So a silt trap will be installed in this, so that's quite interesting. That's helped us out with that. All right then, so put it in the comments then, what you think of that. Right, top tip that we've just found out, to put the cable back on the drum, just push it on and let it do its thing, and it will go back on. Don't do what we just tried to do, or I tried to do I should say, and spin the drum itself. It doesn't work. You will use swear words, but if you use it the way I presume it's been designed, in a tried and tested manner, just pushing it back on, it finds its own way on, and it works a treat. So there you go, save your swear words, do as I say, don't do as I do. Well, with the kit comes this hard carry case, all foam inlaid, in which carries, once you've assembled it, this. What is that? It's quite unbelievable, isn't it? It looks so Fisher Price. It's supposed to be a pipe locator. I say pipe locator. Here's instructions for it. I think pipe is the acronym. It's supposed to find the actual camera itself to let you know when you're above it. Why? I don't know, pick one. Week, a month, a year of Sundays? Would you want to use that? I mean, you're just going to get left off site, aren't you? So it's all fully rechargeable. Yeah, it's on now. And then when I go over something, i.e. the pipe, it's supposed to let me know when I'm above it, but the screen itself has got a digital readout. Let's turn that horrible noise off. So, I don't know. Right then, well, as you may notice from the addition of a bit of bum fluff and a bit of a trim, that there's been a couple of weeks since what you've just seen and what I'm filming now. That's because I've been back to the company, Sanyipace, just to go through a couple of things, making sure I got some things right, and turns out I didn't. I went full bloke, didn't read the instructions, and to be fair to them, I should have. So, me and Rich have refilmed a bit. To be totally fair to the product, watch this. Right then, so in fairness and to right our wrong, we've actually read the instructions and we have put the attachment on the end of the camera, which I'll show you in a second, but we'll just show you how better it is with it. Now, as you can see, the camera is staying much more forward focused. It's not twisting like it was before. And then as we get to the 90 degrees, that's gone straight past two of them. That has straight past both 90 degrees, both elbows, and you know that black there is the black of the crate of the soak away. So that's got past that, obviously gone straight away. Now I could keep on going. I'm not going to, because I'm just going to get caught up in the making up of the actual soak away. So that is basically it, and I'll just quickly show you. In fact, if I feed it back on again to show you how easy it does go back on if you do it right. So as you can see, I'm not touching the drum, I'm just feeding it on. And out it comes, and that is the quite muddy, it is only mud, it only water to soak away, attachment, and I'll just show you. It just tightens up on these little plastic, which isn't great, grub screws. And there you go, and that is that. And there's another one, which I mistakenly thought it was wheels to turn this thing into a trolley, but you know, I went full bloke on it. I saw wheels, I thought they've got to attach to the bottom of something. But actually, it's supposed to go on there like that. Never seen that before, which is why I thought they were for something else. It looks a bit pony, but there we go. I have tried this. I tried it first in the exact same experiment that we just done, and in all fairness, didn't work very well. It stayed nice and true, and it went all the way down. Did not go past any of the elbows at all, but it did stay nice and straight and whatnot. So it did that job, but you know, whatever. Yeah, and it's plugged in just in case you've noticed, simply because the battery have gone flat on this because I haven't charged it since I got out of the box, so we just plugged it in so we could film it. So there we go. As I say, it's fully rechargeable. So yeah, plastic grub screws again, not great really. Little screwdriver you get with it, the sort of thing you get out of a Christmas cracker. But yeah, that's it really. So apologies for the confusion for that, but it is actually better than what we originally thought that it was. So there you go.
Sing us a song, man. Sing us a song.
Only you.
Stop. No, it's enough. Stop it off.
Right, and again, in terms of fairness, I did slag this off a little bit earlier on, and I'm going to prove that to you. I've just asked Richard, on the scale of 1 to 10, 1 being Fisher Price, 10 being Milwaukee, how professional and quality does that look? Richard, what do you think?
I sat on the fence and abstained, didn't I?
You want to be careful of that. Right, so this is it. So this is supposed to find that for some reason. Now, bear in mind that there's a digital readout on the screen of how many metres away it is from the actual screen itself. And you know which direction the pipe's gone because you're the one who shoved it down it, so you sort of should know where it is anyway. However, if you come across a problem, I think the idea is that you put it down, oh look, there's a crack in the pipe, let's find it with this, we'll be directly over it and we'll dig down there. All of which you can do with what I've just said with digital readout anyway. Let's just see if it works. So we've got to turn it on. Now, apologies for the sound. It's like cat calling, it's not cat calling, like cats fighting. That's horrible, isn't it? So if you come with me, please, Rich. So you can see from that readout there, which is 0, and over there is the end of the camera, as you can see. And if we go, but it's picking up now, that's 6 now. So that's showing where it is. In fact, 0's in the middle, look. But it's been on 6 the entire time. And if we go over here, it's still on 6.
Have you got 2? There's 2 of them.
Eh?
Has a cat buried one?
So I don't quite know what it's supposed to be. Now, it's plus or minus 6, so is that 0? So that's plus or minus how many metres you're away from it. But either way, if you've got a reading here, there's the camera. Yeah, look, it's touching it and it hasn't moved. So let's turn that off and save everybody's ears and declare that as a piece of tat. All right, what do you think? Shall I abstain in?
Yeah.
Chicken.
I don't like to upset people.
Well, she's
Plus, I can't put that and Milwaukee in the same sentence.
fair enough,
It's
yeah.
more to the point.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Or Fisher Price, in fairness.
Right. Yeah. So then, first and foremost, apologies to Sanyipace for not giving them my full attention in terms of the instructions and not really giving it the best possible review I could have originally. However, I believe now I have. What do I think of it? Do you know something? It's a great piece of kit. To have it as a part of our arsenal, so to speak, we're going to use it for all types. We're not going to do our own drain inspections and, you know, and put it in the report and nothing like that. However, we can check things. It'll help us quote for stuff. We can use it as an endoscope. We can go under floorboards, that sort of stuff. So to have it is going to be great for us. So thank you, Sanyipace, for supplying it to us. However, would I recommend it to you, the viewer or the buyer? Well, here's the thing. It all comes down to price, doesn't it? Now, before we get onto that, where does it range from DIY to professional? And I would love if there's any of you out there who do sewer inspections for a living to put it in the comments so we can all learn from it, so everyone can make an informed decision on whether they're going to buy it or not. As to, is that a professional piece of kit or is it much in the camp of the DIYer? Now then, I think it's DIY, only because I've had sewer inspections before, and the cameras that I use, there's a lot more to it than what this thing has to offer. That being said, for a DIYer, you know, yeah, I've got a couple of jobs to do, I'll buy it, but that then brings it down to the price. You know full well, if you're a DIYer, you buy some stuff, you know you're only going to use it a couple of times, but you want it, you buy it, you know what I mean? It's there if you need it, that sort of thing. So how much do you think you would pay for this then, for that kind of scenario? Well then, let me tell you. That is the 30 metre version, and it is, and I've written it down because I don't want to get it wrong, £797, 800 quid for that. That prices it far out of the realms of a DIYer, I think personally. Professionally, I'm going to buy a professional piece of kit, I want to spend 800 quid. You could probably get a better second hand, albeit, because these things, I've looked them up, these things go, you know, for a couple of grand. So it is obviously cheaper than that. However, if you're a professional, you've got you know, maybe yours is just broke, you've got something to replace, unfortunately you've had it stolen, your van's got, you know, broken into, you need something quick. Would you go for this? Put it in the comments if you would, or if you wouldn't. Let people know, by all means. I am no expert in this field whatsoever. But for 800 quid, you know what I mean? It will put me off. I've only ever needed one once, and I looked into buying one. Not to buy one, sorry, to rent one. And it was £1,000 deposit and 300 quid for the week. It was far cheaper to get a company out and do it, and they did, and everything was fine. So 800 quid to buy one. I'll leave it over to you, YouTube. You put it in the comments. You let people know if you think that's good or a good deal or not. The 20 metre version is £757, and the 50 metre version is £556, £1,000 just under for that. What do you think? That locator thing, I don't care. I'm not going to hear an argument for that. It's a bag of toss. Chuck it in the bin. It's rubbish. The camera itself, great piece of kit. Is it 800 quid's worth? I think it's priced out of it. I really do. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong. Put it in the comments. I don't. In terms of Sanyipace, again, thank you very much for giving us. We always said it was going to be an honest review. It's a great piece of kit. It really is. There's a couple of things in it though that just seem to me a little bit, again, a bit cheap. The plastic grub screws for the end of the camera. Nah. The screwdrivers to do it. Those plastic grub screws, a bit tighter. You can just break them. You know, it just doesn't scream 800 quid's worth of quality. But it is a little quality piece of kit. If it's a couple hundred quid, yeah, you might want to take the punt on it. But 800, nah. Happy to be wrong. If you enjoyed that, let us know in the comments. If you didn't, keep it to yourself. There's a link, various links to the descriptions in the descriptions of this video of what you just seen. It will take you straight to the product page. All technical information, it's all on there. There is a $50 discount if you go through the discount code that's on there as well. They have very kindly, Sanyipace, offered me, or us, Mr. Builders, 8% commission on everyone sold. We haven't signed up for it. We will not take it. So if you do buy one, not a single penny is coming to us. You know what I mean? Let's just make that perfectly clear. Our only payment for this is the actual camera itself. We don't want to make money out of you in terms of it's something that we promote and you buy. We don't need a commission out of that. You know what I mean? We'll have the revenue from the video. If no one watches, well, there you go. And we'll get the product itself. You know what I mean? That's enough for us. So if you buy something from this channel, every penny goes to whoever you're buying it from, not us. All right? Just made it perfectly clear. Right then, on to Sunday's episode. Back at the basement build. Excuse me. We're ploughing forward, man. We've got an inspection. We've got it's a big inspection. They haven't been for a while. They're checking a few things out. Hopefully it'll pass. Tune in, I should say. You probably have tuned out. Tune in Sunday to find out whether we do or not. Okay, thank you for your time. As always, till next time, take care.